Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, verse 215. Today's verse 215. Shri Radha. When will I fall in an ocean of misery? Fainting and constantly lamenting over my condition of being unable to console Sri Radha. When she does not see her jewel like lava on her lap for even a moment, showing expertise in playing lovely, amorous, artistic games with her. Once again. When will I fall in an ocean of misery, fainting and constantly lamenting over my condition of being unable to console Sri Radha when she does not see her jewel-like lava on her lap for even a moment, showing expertise in playing lovely, amorous artistic games with her.
So very curious verse, because Shripad is asking, when can I be sad again, please? When can I fall in an ocean of misery? So what does this mean?
You know.
Let's try to find out. Let's see what Ananta Das Babaji tells us.
Sri Radha. Yes, very touched, huh? Ocean of misery. This is his prayer. So service is the Kinkari's very life. Service is the Kinkari's very life. Commentary. Shri Shri Radha and Mohan are enjoying in a kunja, showing the expertise in the arts of eros. After making love, Radha and Mohan sit up on the bed. And Sri Radha
Yeah.
and Sri Radha nestless herself on her hero's lap. The maid servant then enters into the kunja and serves the divine couple betel leaves and cool water. Krishna has enjoyed his union with Sri Radhika for long. My voice is okay?
Very nice.
Okay. Okay, so because the internet is a little... Okay. Krishna has enjoyed his union with Sri Radhika for long. And now he wants to relish her feelings of separation. Mohan wants to relish her feelings of separation by hiding out and watching her from a hidden place.
So you saw the point I see, Kishori Didi, that the relishing comes from separation. The relishing comes from not from union, but from separation.
Yeah. This is the highest.
This is the highest good. And even better, he wants to go and hide Mohan and look at his beautiful Radha from a distance to relish her beauty. Very good.
Very beautiful. It's really Radha is selfless, I feel. It's up to Mohan's desire. If Mohan wants to do this, then Radha will going on.
No, good. No need.
So, it is said in Ujjwala Nilamani, without separation, union cannot be nourished.
Wow.
Separation is not just nourishing union. It is relishable as a separate rasa as well.
Wow.
Indeed, the acharyas have said that the rasa of separation is even more relishable than the rasa of union.
Wow.
Sri Vishwanatha Chakrabarti Pada has written the following commentary on The above-mentioned verse from Ujjwala Nilamani. This is commentary about this verse from Ujjwala Nilamani.
And Ujjwala Namali is a book from Rupa Goswami. Yeah. It's a kind of part 2 after Bhakti Samrita, Rasamrita Sindhu. No?
If you all need money, with the pastime.
So commentary is like this. One may ask, if separation simply nourishes the union, then it should be counted as a mere limb of the Rasa of union. Why? Why is it then also called a Rasa? Although separation gives so much misery and pain, the answer to this is that separation is not a mere nourisher of union. When the hero and the heroine go through the stage of rati, prema, and sneha, they remember, see, and experience each other in the respective media of the mental, the visual, and the physical, in which they respectively embrace, kiss, and sexually unite with each other. This astonishes them so much that their separation, during which this all occurs, can even be called Samboga Punyamaya, an abundance of union. I will read once again. When the hero and the heroine go through the stages of rati, prema, and sneha, oh my God.
Radha, there's no sound. The sound's going on.
Yeah, but now our cockpit Mungel Mandil is missing. If so, they will back soon. Shri Radha.
Okay, Kishwari, I think we're okay.
Radha, thank you so much. So, I will read again a little bit more before. Why is separation then also called a rasa? Although separation gives so much misery and pain. The answer to this is that separation is not a mere nourisher of union. When the hero and the heroine go through the stages of rati, prema, and sneha, they remember, they see, and they experience each other in the respective media of the mental, the visual, and the physical. In which they respectively embrace, kiss, and sexually unite with each other.
Okay, Kishwari.
Yes. When the hero and the heroine go through the stages of rati, prema, and sneha, they remember, see, and experience each other,
उन्नत का सेवा करता है हमको कौन क्या करे
the respective media of the mental, the visual, and the physical, in which they respectively embrace, kiss, and sexually unite with each other. This astonishes them so much that their separation, during which this all occurs, the separation can even be called samboga, punyamaya, an abundance of union. Uttaprabh, Gurudev, or any devotees, so would you explain about this point?
Which part?
This astonishes them so much that their separation, during which this all occurs, can even be called Sambhoga Punyamaya, an abundance of union. What does mean this Sambhoga Punyamaya, an abundance of union?
First you understand, when there is intense love, formal love, no, like a Western love, intense love, viraha, because of love, intense love, selfish love, where is no intention for that, then viraha is important. Conditional love not important. Intense love is there, then viraha is like a sambhoga. It's like a union. And we meet in the separation like a personally meeting.
Wow. That's it.
And this viraha is so ecstasy that it goes up to sambhoga, means union. Is unexpected. In material world, we cannot realize it without pure love.
Thank you very much, Gurudev. Yeah, here Anantadas Baba says, this astonishes Radha and Mohan so much.
It astonishes anyone. And the Supreme Lord also is astonished with this. It's surprising. Is all feelings, what is there, is every living soul can feel it and feeling. And some has a feeling less. Why? Because they are not want to enter in feelings. They think feeling is the bogus thing. Spiritual life is bogus thing. They want to live without feeling. This is our material practice. If the feeling comes, I cannot handle myself. So we have to come out from no feelings. So there is no selfless love. There is conditional love now. You do this, then I will do this. You do this, then I will do this. So that way we cannot feel separation. Little separation. That not highest like a sambhoga. Sambhoga means in union I cannot do, meet with you, but when I am separation, I feel more sambhoga than meeting. Together with you than meeting.
Chirade. That is why there is so much separation in the mood of Braja, especially in the Amaras Rasa. In order to increase the rasa of their meeting, Nagara suddenly vanishes from Srimati's lap, making Srimati exclaim, "Oh Lord!"
बतलाव रहेगा पढ़ता जैसे
अभी नाश्ते में
नाश्ता हो गया
दही यहाँ पे रखिए
Srimati exclaimed, "Oh Lord, where are you?" And causing her to lament in an enchanted state. The maidservant,
To lament means to be sorry, to be grieving.
थोड़ा सा फर्क
But in an enchanted state means in a magical state. So she's grieving, but in this magical state, which I think Gurudev just explained is a kind of Zambuga.
Everyone cannot realize without intense love. Anyone intense love with the purity, they can feel it.
Srimati exclaimed, "Oh Lord, where are you?" And causing her to lament in an enchanted state. The maidservant, who is, in a sense, non-different from Srimati, the maidservant feels the same pain of separation. She drowns in an ocean of sorrow and faints, experiencing all of Srimati's pleasures and pains equally same. After enjoying the sight of Radhika's ecstatic separation from him, Nagaramani comes out from his hiding and delights Srimati by returning to her. As soon as Swamini blooms up of joy, the maidservant also awakens from her swoon and blooms up with joy. From Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radhika is withholding wine of love.
Wish yielding,
Wish yielding. Thank you.
making wishes come true.
Radhika is wish yielding wine of love for Krishna. And her girlfriends are This vines sprout flowers and leaves. When the wine is sprinkled with the nectar of Krishna's pastime, this makes the sprouts and flowers millions of times more happy than when they would be personally sprinkled.
So very special symbol there. Manjari means the bud on the vine, and Radhika is the flower. And the verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita says that when Krishna is pleased, then the flower and the buds are much happier.
Birds are more happier than flowers.
Because Radhika is pleased, more than if Krishna were pleased directly by the Manjaris.
Then they see that their service are successful. They are useful, that they can please the boss.
The Manjaris are much happier when their service leads to Radhika's happiness than if they got pleasure directly from Krishna.
Yeah.
This is the Manjari service mood, Manjari Bhava.
Yeah, here Chaitanya Charitamrita written, Radhika is vine, and manjaris are vines sprout like a buds. Means Radhika and manjaris never separate. That's why manjari never
They are
taste.
different identity, birds and the flower, but they are not, feelings are the same. This is the beauty. Like a Jesus and his father, there are two identity, but the feelings are the same. Then they become one, then is become in Mayavad. When there are two, then exchange of love, you can feel it. What is the difference between Mayavadis and devotees? Mayavadis also talk about God. They also talk about God. They give example for that. And the devotee also talk about God, but they give personal feeling to them. This is the difference. They are impersonal because they not keep relation with themselves. They say that this is the example, we have to follow that way. We have to do like God doing. They are the good examples. They all talk about God, but they give examples. And like in the go to the church, they give the example of the God,
Stories.
stories of the God, but they don't talk the love of the God. Son and father, they will not talk motherly love. Maria Magdalena, our loves to Jesus, they will not talk on that. They will give example, or they will not give example. It's an impersonal thought. There is Guru is important. God is not important. If someone Guru will die, for them is not death. Impersonal. Yeah, personal, they will say, you how to develop love with them. How they are loving, how not you develop love with them. The friends of Jesus, they are doing this.
And the friends of Radha.
Huh?
And the friends of Radha.
Friends of
The Manjari Radha.
same thing. They are not friends. They are the preacher. They are collector of the money and the manpower. Different thoughts.
Thank you very much. So very important. This difference is beautiful. Just here, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Radhika is receiving wine of love for Krishna. And her girlfriends are these vines, sprouts, flowers, and leaves. Many kinds are on the vine of Radhika. When the vine Radhika is sprinkled with the nectar of Krishna's pastimes, this makes the sprouts and flowers millions of times more happy than they would be personally sprinkled. The maid servant laments for long that she could not serve Radhika all the time because she was in a swoon. If she had been able to tolerate the weight of her own misery and stay consciousness, then she could have consoled Srimati during these miserable moments. The devotees are not happy when the ecstasy obstacled the execution of their devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami teaches in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Once, Dwarka was fanning the Lord of Dwaraka, Krishna, but the ecstasy of devotional service caused him to become stunned. Dwarka did not welcome this ecstasy.
Dwarka
Yeah.
cannot, because there is opulence. In opulence, if you are sitting in the office or college, university, you cannot make ecstasy there. You have to be in opulence, serious. Gravity maintained. You are professor. This is the way. The Dwarka he is living, he cannot do ecstasy. In loving exchange, he has to maintain his etiquettes.
Wow. Dwarka did not welcome this ecstasy because it obstructed the direct execution of his devotional service. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the devotee is very angry at his own loving ecstasy when it stops him from ecstatically serving Krishna. Devotional service is the very life of the Manjaris. And they greatly lament when they swoon out of ecstasy, for that stops the execution of their service. If I do not see the jewel of amorous heroes, sitting on the lap of my Ishwari life for even a moment. Once again, if I do not see the jewel of Amara's heroes sitting on the lap of my Ishwari life for even a moment, playing his
Slowly read, not like read one by one word. Then
Yes.
clear.
if I do not see the jewel of Amara's heroes sitting on the lap of my Ishwari life for even a moment. Playing his lovely Amara's games with her. I fall in an ocean of sorrow and I faint.
Feels
Ice?
no eyes.
No ice.
Passes on that condition of mine.
Okay.
Oh, beloved of Krishna. For them, I cannot console you. When you are constantly lamenting.
So when we see only opulence, then we faint, we swoon, and we cannot have devotional relation. We don't want opulent King Krishna. We want...
Why we faint? Because I talk so much glories of him that I can faint. I cannot relate.
And then you're no good in service.
I talk too much glories of God and faint. I can talk Jesus too much glories and faint.
Even Jesus, we can talk too much.
Many things talking. Faint. What is the use of that? If you don't go in his loving exchange to see what he do, then you will faint. But if you go in loving exchange of Jesus and Father, then you will become friend of him. Always want to live there. We don't want to be any relation with Son and Father. We talk about Jesus become God. That is good for me. Impersonal. This is impersonal. Jesus is Son. Why you make him Father to him? You don't see the beauty of Son? How much he is loving to his Father? Why not I want to become like a son to love Father? No, I want to faint. Faint means I want to sleep.
In material consciousness.
Material consciousness.
That's sweet.
When I will go in glory, ecstasy, wow, so good. But I don't want to go in relation with him. He's an impersonal. Totally become empty of church is impersonal teaching. And we are interested in this. And the more high interest of Christians to be a Buddhist, because they cannot relate with the religion of the Christian, that he is a loving person. So we want to be not to believe in soul and God. Buddhist, this is going on. Impersonal will not say about anything. He say you are the God. Yeah, Brahma is Paramatma. Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan, they are three parts. They don't say. They say meditate in light, in spark. That is your God. Not form. There is no form of the God. He is everywhere. Naturally, he is everywhere. But one can see with the form to them. Maria Magdalena is seeing the Jesus form, not the light of Jesus. Right? But see the light of Jesus, priest, and the follower of priest only see the light of Jesus. That he is a God. Priest make him God, but the friends make him son and father. This is the difference.
The disciples, because they're friends.
Huh?
The disciples of Jesus are friends.
Disciple of Jesus who want to be with Jesus,
Yes.
they are friends. Disciple are in priest are also disciples. They give money on.
They don't want to be friends.
That money. Comforts are there. In the church go comforts are there.
Yeah.
But no food are there. You have to pay for that. But Jesus, even the Last Supper he gave. Means he gave the food, right or not?
First thing.
First thing, food is the base of God. Love goes through mouth.
Yeah, here it's very intimate relationship. I feel Radha and Manjari's.
These are the friends, no? These are the friends, intimate friends. Radhe,
Yes, I listen. So,
Dwarka, because Krishna was in appearance, they want from Krishna.
Without friendship.
Huh?
Without friendship.
I am yours, so you take care of me. And Radhika say, you are mine, I will take care of you. Vrindavan and Dwarka, this is the difference. So Vrindavan is highest, we feel here, not in Dwarka.
Yeah, in Dwaraka, disciple cannot feel enough for their Istadeva because it's opulence and God. But in Vrindavan, especially Radhika and Manjari can feel deeply Radhika's feeling. It's big difference of service.
Similarly, in the Last Supper of Jesus, who was there? Though there, they can feel the love of Jesus. Even Judah feel love of Jesus after this, doing this mistake. And he killed himself.
And Jesus knows that he did.
He knows that he is going to do that.
Yeah. And still loves him.
He said, this is the love. But impersonal will never talk on this one. Details of that. This is impersonalist and this is personalist. And this is all here in India. Impersonalists are many and personalists are only in Vrindavan. Out of Vrindavan, all impersonalists.
Yeah, we should become personalist. Otherwise, we cannot feel sorrow of Radhika. If Radhika is goddess, we cannot see she will be sorrow because she's goddess. But she's also person, we also person, we have a heart.
Radhika is not a goddess. Sorry. Radhika is the most dear and darling of Manjaris. Radhika's, they say servant because they want to do everything, but they are very personal friend of Radhika. They are very personal. Without personal, you cannot be, if you make the God, then you cannot be personal. So they never make personal. They make personal. Now Radhika is hiding anything from Manjari and Manjaris are not hiding from the Radhika. This is personal. Somebody hides from you something, how is your personal? Right?
Yes. It's not personal. It's still distance. And it's not like Sharanagati, don't trust.
No, Sharanagati is different issue. But personal means personal. Impersonal means not personal. You cannot combine both things at once. But when you make one time impersonal, next moment you cannot make impersonal. Yeah.
Shall we go to read?
Yeah.
If I do not see the jewel of amorous heroes, sitting on the lap of my Ishwari life, for even a moment, playing his lovely amorous games with her, I fall in an ocean of sorrow, and I faint. Passes of that condition of mine. O beloved of Krishna, for then I cannot console you when you are constantly lamenting. Sripada Prabodhananda is the crown jewel of all the great souls. In the sorry, I cannot pronounce this.
Entourage, all his friends, in the group of friends.
Thank you.
So, all the great souls in the entourage of Lord Gaura.
Sripada Prabodhananda is the crown jewel of all the great souls in the entourage of Lord Gaura. He
When
is
a group of the Gaura is practicing like a friendly,
Yes. And Prabhupada is top.
and we were the top. Why? This group is a Gaura associate, was a personal.
Yeah.
In loving. But nowadays, they not bring to that mood. They say Gauranga Mahaprabhu was impersonal, now become impersonal. Honestly, many groups, they practice up to external, not bring to personal. Many are followers, but they don't know. They see impersonal. But the reality of Gaura is a personal friend. Friends of Jesus, friends of Gaura, friends of this. Everything is the same thing. all the religious, all the activities, they work same.
Just the mood.
That's the mood of person to person.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Out of Vrindavan, people understand that impersonal is the highest. They don't know. They are innocent. They don't want to go in the deep to understand the personal, what gift is there. You see, the personal becoming means Jesus, all the friends. And who is the friend of Jesus? They all will living, not die. Living means their name is very high. And impersonal, they die, nobody asks. But he become like a god. Everyone goes to him. If he's not there, he will go, like Ananda Mahiman. He loved everybody, but still they go. Many are there. So they are impersonalists. Personal feelings are not glorification of his qualities, but no meaning of anything. They don't go to the depths of personal relations. What to do?
Kripada Prabodhananda.
You're clear to
Very clear.
what is your experience? Say me.
Absolutely, yes. I feel this too with devotees and with. It's impossible to speak to other people who are not having a relationship about these things. But what to do? There's a.
This is happening, yeah. Whole world this is happening.
And we build walls between our hearts, and we don't speak.
Because you are prophet, you know from this angle how the personal is important or impersonal is important. You see impersonal also very closely
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
How they influence us, or personal, how they influence us.
Completely different. But it takes so much patience to make this change. There's nothing to argue or say, you just have to be personal and make people feel personal too. It's a very long process. Very long. It takes a long time.
And I feel prasadam is the way to become personal.
First to realize, then we process.
Yeah.
This is my realization. First to realize and then process. Without realization, what is good and what is not good for me, I cannot decide to do. But we have to see both of them. It's not that one side I see, other side I see. I was also in beginning very impersonal. My life. I was in the influence of impersonal people. That's what whoever will teach you first. But I realize with impersonalists about the church and the Jesus Association. And then I realized Jesus Association friends are better than the spirit. He has the money, power, and the disciples, followers. But that's it. Emptiness is here. There is no emptiness. The soul, who is very personal with super soul, he is interested in to be in person, independence.
Explain.
Huh?
Explain that.
So, who is very personal to the super soul, he also want to be impersonal. This soul business, huh? Soul is very personal to super soul. He knows this is the place I come part and parcel.
Intimate, very intimate.
Very intimate, huh? Super soul. But when he come in the body, he likes to be impersonal. He want to disconnect from the super soul to be impersonal. That I am the God. My identity, part and parcel, but I am a God like you.
Both very dangerous.
And if the God takes form, this is Maya.
Yeah.
This is not a God. Without form, formless, and the light can be God only. This is the condition of the God. If he has a human body, he cannot be God. If he is a body, he is a Maya. He is not a God. He is conditioned person. Surprising.
But must have a form. Just
No
not the body.
form. If the form is there,
Yeah.
he is influenced with condition.
Even spiritual form.
This impersonal is said.
Okay.
If he has a form, he is not God.
Oh, I see. It's not light. It's not.
His God is only like light. Spark is like this. He cannot be like a human. This is the condition of person.
Hmm.
If he took the body, he is a conditional person. He cannot be God. I can give the example of them, but he is not a God.
Yeah. Yeah.
They cannot understand. God can be anything. Form without form, both exist. And he is the source of everything.
Mhm.
The small part and parcel cannot be source of everything. they make a very long distance to it. But it's okay. One touch nose like this. Huh? I want touch nose. Very good.
Radha.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go.
Shripada Prabodhananda is the crown jewel of all the great souls in the entourage of Lord Gaura. He is the crown jewel of clever petitioners who offer divine, golden, and Chintamani jewel-like prayers.
Wow.
This is the end of verse 215.
Yeah.
So,
When will I fall in an ocean of misery, fainting and constantly lamenting over my condition of being unable to console Sri Radha when she does not see her jewel-like lover on her lap for even a moment,
Yeah.
showing expertise in playing lovely, amorous, artistic games with
Mm.
her. Jai Shri Radha.